This is our wonderful tarot for kindness. I'm still getting my hair braided. My hair was a big mess. I rolled in from work, sat down. My friend Yvonne in Kiev is here, and I'm in Los Angeles. It's 5 a.m. in Kiev, very early in the morning. And we are here with the Love Witch, Buchanan, in the background, producing very important role. Very important role, the producer. I'm telling you. I was just talking with my friend the other day. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I see some folks are here. It's great to see you. You can watch the stream on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. Is anyone still on Twitter anymore? Well, I don't know. But maybe we're the only good thing left on Twitter is this live stream. Everyone's bailing on Twitter. So what we're doing right now is the Tarot for Kindness. This is a tarot reading fundraiser for Ukraine. I do readings for $10 per card. So if you want a 1-card reading, you can donate $10. If you want a 3-card reading, you can donate $30, $40, $50. I mean, you can go up as high as you want. I guess you have to stop at $780 because there's only 78 cards. So you can't go. Don't donate $790, but anything under that, we're good. And you can donate money, and I'll do a reading for you. 100% of the money that you donate goes to help feed Ukrainian seniors in Ukraine. Yvonne has a charity that he runs, small charity, grassroots charity. He purchases groceries for seniors every day, every week, and it takes about $40 to buy 2 weeks of groceries, approximately, for one senior. And he has almost 200 seniors that you're feeding right now, right? And helping.
Yeah, that's right.
It's 5 a.m. in Kiev, so you'll have to forgive Yvonne if he's just waking up.
I slept for about an hour.
Oh,
60
really?
minutes.
Was
Yeah.
there bombing last night, or what was going on?
Very massive. I mean, maybe not very massive, but one of the drones flew right above our head with its specific sound. It's like a motorcycle. It's like a giant mosquito, and then we tried to shoot it down, and the explosions were right like in 50 meters above our heads in the sky. They were very loud, very loud. By very loud, I mean that the acoustic wave has its physical properties. It's like pushes you out of the bed. You know, all the glass are shaken, the signalizations of the cars outside are working, and of course many parts fell in our district. In neighbor district we have one died and several injured people by the parts. So the attack ended about 3 a.m. So I fell asleep about 3:30. Yeah, so no worries about me. I will wake up gradually.
Okay. And if if this happens and you don't get to sleep, I will do this even if you're not here. I can
I
still do
know, but I want to be present here. It's
Yeah.
very interesting for me.
So if you would like to make a donation, you can make a donation via PayPal. There's a link up, QR code that you can see online up on our screen right now that you can make a donation to PayPal. We also take Venmo. And if you're over on YouTube watching, you'll see a little donation. It looks like a little dollar bill at the bottom of our chat, I think, or underneath our screen. And you can click on that to make a donation. So for each $10, you get one card. So if you'd like a 3-card reading, you can donate $30. A 4-card reading will feed a 4-card reading, by the way, will feed one senior in Ukraine for 2 weeks, which is really wonderful. And you get a lovely 4-card reading. If you have a question that you would like to ask, you should ask a question with your reading. This is the kind of, uh-oh. I just saw something weird. Okay, sorry, on my Venmo, there was something weird. Okay. 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 All right, sorry. I'm looking at I'm looking at my Venmo, it isn't functioning. All right, if you sorry, you're dealing with something, I'm dealing with something. Anyway, you can make that donation over Venmo, you can make that donation. Oh, look, here we go. Thank you, Muggles 1983. So 5-card reading, thank you so much. This is wonderful. Great start to this. Let me get a scratch paper so I can jot this down. Muggles 1983. Let me find a pen that works, and we'll do your 5-card reading. Thank you so much. You are feeding 1 1/4 seniors in Ukraine. I have a trip coming up on Saturday in Vermont for a week to learn Welsh language and meet people. First of all, that sounds amazing. I would love to see how it will go. Anything to be aware of. Thank you. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's do a 5-card reading. Let's make it happen. Okay. Okay. Ooh. I like it a lot. Ooh, I like it a lot. Okay. So here's what I see. First card that I pulled for your trip to Vermont is the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is a card about acceleration. One of the things that it represents is acceleration, things moving fast. So immediately what comes to mind for this is that this is really going to accelerate your understanding of Welsh language. You're going to be totally immersed in it. You're going to have, I mean, it's going to be very, very productive. Another aspect of the 8 of Wands is it's very focused. So we have a lot of focus, a lot of acceleration. And we really see these like, what am I getting like acceleration and focus and all of those things from? These are 8 staffs. I'm very tired, you guys. 8 staffs that are flying through the air toward a goal. But look, they're all flying in unison. And I often think of this as being like 8 arrows flying toward a bullseye. So it's all about focus. It's all about speed, nothing in your way, goals attained very quickly. So what that tells me is this experience of going to Vermont to have an immersion in Welsh language is going to produce this wonderful, quick, fast growth that's very focused on what it is that you're trying to learn, which is the language. This was very intriguing to me. 3 of Wands came up next, and 3 of Wands is a card that shows a merchant looking at ships sailing across the ocean. And one of the meanings of this card that I'm really picking up for you is this is going to lead to a trip to Wales. So this is like the preliminary step, and maybe it's through the people that you meet at this language learning camp, language learning event, that there are friendships made or connections made that allow you then to have a trip of going to Wales and actually practicing the language on the land, which is something very, very powerful. To go to experience land is the power of the land, right? Like you can learn Welsh anywhere, right? But to learn it or to experience it or to speak it on the actual land where it has existed for thousands of years is something that is very special. So I see this actually opening up a door to that or leading to that in some way. Now, what I also see is that this strategy, this change of strategy, Five of Swords can sometimes mean conflict or things, other things. But in your case, I really see Five of Swords being about having a new approach or a new strategy. So this kind of immersion learning, I get the sense this is probably your first time doing this immersion experience, and having that is going to shift things for you as well. Like having a language immersion experience will open up so much in your practice and so much in your language practice and your language learning practice. I almost think you're going to become, it's like a little bit of like being addicted to it. Once you had that experience of like, really forcing yourself to speak and listen and learn, and that intensive, I think you're going to want to do it again. And with that Three of Wands, I think your next or some subsequent trip will actually be in Wales, where you'll be speaking the language on that native soil. What I also see for you is that it produces friendships. There's a wonderful friend that you're going to make while you're there. So not this is a friend that will be a long-lasting friend, someone with feminine energy who is a long-lasting friend, somebody who is very generous with you, very welcoming to you, very hospitable. Um, Somebody who is really like, and I really get that sense of generosity. Doesn't mean necessary, can mean generosity with money and things like that, but I really get generous with their time, generous with their sharing of their knowledge. So this may be someone that you meet there, and it may be more than one, but we definitely have one that you that you acquire, a friendship that you acquire there, that's going to be a long lasting friendship with someone who's very generous with their time with you. So I think this is going to be somebody who practices with you. Maybe you continue the practice over Zoom or phone calls or do that. And I think if you aim for that, or you think about that and how that can really open up your, keeping your language skills going, this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful friend. I get also a sense that too, this is like an accountability partner. Accountability partner is somebody that you are that is keeping you on track, right? So it's very easy with anything. If we don't, we could say, oh, I'm going to take this week off, or, I'm losing interest in it. But if we have somebody that we're accountable to, it kind of keeps us on track, on task, and keep going. And I really get this person that's going to come in for you that really has all of that energy. So there's great friendship made, generous friend that comes in, wonderful new strategies, focus, speed in learning. You're going to learn a lot, accelerate your learning a lot. Also opening up possibilities of travel to Wales. Lastly, we have the Magician card. And the Magician card is really about you coming into your mastery, you becoming proficient and fluent in your Welsh, that you're starting to feel confident in it. This is all what the Magician card is about, is really about confidence, skill, having this experience where you own it, a lot of ownership of this. And I really see this being a phenomenal experience for you, really wonderful. And it opens so many doors for you in terms of travel, friendships, and your language learning skills. So it looks really good for this trip. I love it. I think it is. It's probably, I'm guessing from what I see in the cards, that this is your first time doing this kind of immersion. And I think you're going to love it, and you're going to want to do it again and again and again. And you can get that probably by traveling to Wales. So, there's probably other ways to do it too. And certainly the practice with your new friend will help as well. So I love that. Thank you so much, Muggles 1983. I really appreciate you making that donation. I think this is uh, wonderful. Ferial, thank you so much. 55. Thank you so much. So I'm going to, Ferial, you've been so wonderful and so consistent. I'm going to give you a 6-card reading because you did 55.
Especially since our friend woke up even earlier than me, because She lives in England, and it's 3:15 right now in
Yeah,
Great Britain.
I think she's in Scotland. It's 3 in the morning. So either she stayed up at night all night, partying all night long, or got up early. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna do a little 6-card reading for you. You've been so consistent coming here every week and making those donations, and I have so much gratitude, and as well as Yvonne has so much gratitude to you, as well as the seniors have so much gratitude. This is wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so alrighty, let's see what question is. What do I need to know about my finances for my highest good? All right. Let's see. Okay. Thank you so much, you guys. You can donate, and this is called Tarot for Kindness. You can donate, and oh, I like what I see. You can donate through PayPal or Venmo or through the link at the bottom of the YouTube page. You'll see there's a donation link. If you do that, we'll do card readings, $10 per card. 100% of the proceeds goes to feed seniors in Ukraine. So I don't keep any of the money. This is something I do to just raise funds and keep awareness going. Yvonne is the one that buys the groceries and distributes them in Ukraine. So we partner together to do this. He's doing all the footwork and I'm doing all the tarot work. So here we go. All right. So Ferial, your question is, what do I need to know for my highest good about my finances? Okay. First of all, first card that comes up is the Chariot card. Chariot card is about mastery and forward motion. So when I see this, I'm looking at this this idea that you're like it's like taking the reins. Honestly, it's about taking the reins of your finances. I also see, we're going to talk about some of the other cards showing up. So it's more in your control than maybe you realize. There's something that I think you have knowledge, ability, and skill in terms of creating financial abundance. But I also think, this is like financial management, managing your resources and all of that. But there's also another aspect of this, which is utilizing your skills that you have mastered. So, Ferial, I know that you do healing work, you do tarot readings, you do all kinds of work in that spiritual realm. And this is a reminder of how good you are, how skilled you are, and how this can help move you forward. So I think it's a reminder of that. The reason I say that we need to have this reminder is because the next card is 9 of Wands, and 9 of Wands is like an interesting combination here. 9 of Wands tells you that you have everything that you need to succeed, but you don't believe that you can. And the Chariot card says you do have all of the skills that you need to succeed financially. So it is within your power. What I see that could help with the financial situation is mindset shift. I would recommend, on a magical level, I will recommend that you start doing affirmations about financial abundance, financial skill. I am good at finances. I'm able to manage my money. I have enough money flowing to me that I am able to live comfortably, and so on and so forth. Look to even, there's lots of like YouTube videos and things like that where you can look up affirmations, right? And you can look up affirmations on different topics, right? All kinds of affirmations. I would say there's a good chance that if you look up prosperity affirmations or abundance affirmations, these would be really good for you. And in terms of this, because it's like shifting mindset. What I think of when I think of affirmations is I think of this idea of casting a spell on ourself, an incantation on ourself. When we say, I am abundant, money loves me and wants to flow to me, that's casting a spell. New age people might call it an affirmation, but I call it a spell. I call it an incantation. That's witchcraft terminology, but it is casting a spell on yourself. And so I would say cast those good spells on yourself, cast those good spells for your own mindset shift about your abundance and about your ability to attract the money that you need to live comfortably, to have your nice home and to build your business and so on and so forth. Once you do that, I think you're going to see a huge shift. It is really in the internal attitude, in the internal belief system that we see this shift coming about for you right now and what you need to know right now. However, I also think there are some budgeting things that you can do because we have the death card showing up, and the death card is about making some changes. Now, we have lots of cards that are about change in the tarot. Of course, Tower card is about change, Wheel of Fortune is about change. Three cards in the major arcana that are about change. Why all of the repetition? Well, they each have different qualities to them. When we look at the Tower card change, it's dramatic change that the universe is throwing at you and you have to deal with it. Usually I say like the Tower card is the universe clearing out what needs to go. Wheel of Fortune change is about taking risks and risks leading to rewards. The Death card change is about graduating and about leaving something behind and moving on to your next chapter. But it usually is something that is we're on board for it. Death card is not about something coming from the universe. That's the Tower card. Death card is usually really about that idea of like, I'm ready to move into my expansion, or I'm ready to close one door and open another door, or move into my next chapter. When I see death, when I describe death card energy, and as I've spent time with this card and learned from this card, I liken it to graduating from high school or graduating from whatever, I don't know what the equivalent of high school is. I mean, you've seen enough American movies to know high school. High school ends when you're 17 or 18 years old, right? And then from that point, you either go to university or you go out into the job market or you do something after that. Have we ever known anyone that on the day of their high school graduation, they say, I want to go back and do another 4 years and do this all over again? No kid does that. They're ready to come to completion on their high school experience and move on to go out into the job market or go to university or go on their, gap year or whatever. Everyone at graduation is always looking forward to the next step. And so what I think of in here is that there's some process with budgeting, being more fiscally responsible, learning more about finances and all of that, that you're actually ready for that change. You're ready to start learning, educating yourself about money and attracting more abundance. So this is not an ending that's like a tragic ending. It's an ending of like, yeah, I've gotten to this far, but I'm ready to go to the next level, or I'm ready to open up the door. But I feel like there's something in it that has to do with budgeting or something that has to do with money management skills. Like you're ready for more money management skills. And I feel like that's what's brewing and what's cooking under the surface here. I know that one of the things that Fariel, because I know we've done readings before and all of that. I know that one of the things that you are thinking about is your family, your child and you, and this, money flowing so that you can take good care of your child and yourself and have comfort and ease and so on. So with Page of Cups coming up, there's a couple messages for you. Number one, a great thing to do would be to involve your child in the financial aspect. That now, depending on, level of awareness and how old and how much, your child is capable of understanding, you make it work for them. So meaning, a young child could do something like have a piggy bank and a savings and understand the concept of savings, and that involving your child in your financial transformation is a very good thing. That's really, really good thing. Another thing that I see with this Page of Cups card is this is like a very intuitive energy. Oh, 16. Okay, great. So 16, they're able to get contribute in some way to the house, either having a little part-time job or a little small business or doing something that can help with the finances to help to understand. You can involve a 16-year-old in your financial stuff. So I would not hide your finances from your teenager, but actually involve them in your finances. Okay, we have a goal. We want to buy this house. We need to save this money, or we need to do this. And so this is what we have to do together as a team to make this happen. Maybe we're going to eat at home more often and not eat out because it's cheaper to eat at home than it is to eat out. That would be a good way of understanding um, finances and abundance and how we save for something in the future, and involving your teenager in that process can help you to work together toward that. We don't want to, I think at that level of 16 years old, you've got practically an adult here. And so they can be involved at the appropriate level with understanding what you're trying to achieve. And the two of you together can be like a team achieving these financial goals. So I would recommend being very transparent and open rather than keeping it secret. I don't think you would, Variel, like knowing you. I think you're a very open person, but I think you can involve your child, your son in this as well, so that he gets the concept. My kids didn't really get the concept of money until they got into their 20s. And that now they're very conscious of it because I've shared with them, like, okay, we need to save for this, or we're going to budget for this, or those kinds of things. And I think involving them at that younger age of 16 is a wise thing, because I wasn't doing it with them at that age, and I wish I had. But this is a message for you, is that your son can be involved in this process. He already senses what's going on, and so it's not like you can hide anything from them at that age anyway. You want to be transparent and open and sharing and teaching, and I think that's a very good thing to teach, is that financial responsibility. And at 16 they're ready for it, so you work together toward goals. I think there's a real partnership that happens when you're a single parent, where you get the kids and we're like, okay, we're doing this together, we're a team doing this together. And ultimately it benefits him, because if you guys have a home that you own, it will belong to him one day. So it's beneficial to him, even if he doesn't see it right now at this age. I see finances improving. We have good. Oh, wonderful. I've started teaching him and involving him in my spiritual work. He's a very intuitive Sag. I know this is a lot of intuition, right? This is wonderful. And I think that just even if he decides to go down that path and be, a professional intuitive, that's fantastic. Or just understanding what mom's doing. I think that's also great, and exposing them to this world that you're in of working with spiritual work. But I do see financial abundance ahead for you, like big financial abundance. We have the King of Pentacles, and King of Pentacles is quite wealthy and quite financially secure. I mean, he's really got everything that he needs and then some. So I think ultimately your journey here is going to produce for you some very positive outcomes in terms of finances, like a good, solid foundation, and building wealth, like long-term wealth, will be part of it. I do see, though, like, look at this. We've got two kings. Here's the King of Cups, which is spiritual work, intuition, all of that. Here's King of Pentacles, which is practical, and so on. I think there's two things that I see here. Number one, the partnership with you and your son. It's like you then become partners and you become equals, and he steps up. And I think that's very good, that you're both responsible. But the other thing is, I also see these two as melding together, like almost like two sides of a coin. There's one side of the coin that is like your spiritual work and that being elevated and you being a leader in the spiritual community. But there's the fiscal part of it too. It's like those two can blend together. Because we have two kings showing up, I think it's very easy for us to see those as actually one king who is spiritual, loving, giving, generous, psychic, all of those things, healing, and all of that, but also building abundance for yourself doing this kind of work. And so I think that is really a wonderful, wonderful way that we can make that happen. I think this is like your ultimate destiny with all of that and what the guides are saying to you about your finances. So keep your eye on that prize. I mean, this is the prize, to be spiritual and to be comfortable, financially comfortable, and build something stable and uh, secure. And I think that what I see here, you're able to do that. But I think it's also involving your son in this process and having confidence in yourself that's going to get you there. So I love that. Thank you so much, Ferial. Thank you so much for your donation. So we're doing what you guys, if you just jumped in, what we're doing is called Tarot for Kindness. We do this every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Oh, thank you so much, Muggle. Thank you so much. 9 p.m. East Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. It is late, but the reason that it's late is because I have to get home from work, but that's one part of it. But also Ivan Subotin, who's my wonderful friend in Kyiv, it's 5 a.m. for him there.
I wanted to add something to
Yeah.
Feral. This is about your son. Actually, to my mind, 16 years old is he's big enough to create a full scale family council, and he's big enough not only to learn something from you, but to teach you something, because our teenagers know much more in some modern stuff than we do, and probably he can come up with some absolutely new ideas for you.
Yeah.
He can observe the things from the absolutely different angle. So definitely do this, and probably you will get some new ideas about your finances very soon, very soon.
Yeah. I mean, I turn to my kids for tech support all the time. I'm like, my computer isn't working. Can you fix it? Oh, hi, John Paul. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. At one of my local wine shops where I get my cava, I've been talking with the manager about cava, who also loves cava. So cava is a sparkling Italian wine, for those of you who don't know. And John Paul is Italian. You are super Italian. So I was wondering if I should pursue this person for my potential someone special. Thank you so much for your donation, John Paul. You are so sweet. It's so wonderful to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Okay. All right, let's see what we see around this. Okay. All righty, let's see. Okay. Oh, manager's name begins with a C. Okay. Oh, something can happen here. This is very lovely, really lovely. I'm going to show you both cards so we can look at them together, because I like a little 2-card reading. Sometimes I like to mix and match those cards and bring them together. We've got 2 really wonderful cards about this idea. Number 1, we have the 9 of Cups. Boy, 9 of Cups is almost like literal, like 9 drinking glasses. But what the 9 of Cups represents symbolically is it represents fulfillment. It's like satisfaction and fulfillment. I often think of this card as like a gratitude card. We're so grateful for all that we have, and we have so much to appreciate. It's a really wonderful card when we see it showing up. He's very satisfied, this guy. He's like a rich kind of guy. He's got plenty to eat, plenty to drink, and he's got enough to share with others. So I think this is really about, there's a lot about 9 of Cups is like, I sometimes call this card like checking all the boxes. Like, you check all the boxes for this manager, the manager checks all the boxes for you. There's something going on there. There's a little something that's going on, and I like that. And I think there's a lot of satisfaction in this interaction that you're having that can produce something amazing. The 4 of Wands is a card of passion and stability. And when I see passion is the fire of the wands, stability is the number 4. But this is also like a wedding canopy. So I know, John Paul, that you're looking for a serious relationship. You're not looking for a one night stand or just a fun fling or anything like that. But this has something that could be potentially a very serious, loving, passionate, fun, satisfying relationship. It has so much good in it. I really love seeing this show up for you. So I would say, if I were to look at this, it's like, if you have an opportunity, invite this person to an event where you could have maybe even we could see this as like wine tasting, right? That Nine of Cups is like a wine tasting experience. Now they work at a wine store, so I don't know if the wine store has a wine tasting, or the two of you could go to a wine tasting event. Um, Maybe do a little research and find a wine tasting event in the neighborhood and suggest it. Why don't, hey, I've always wanted to try this wine tasting event. It doesn't have to be Cava, though it could be Cava. But if there's a wine tasting event, this person likes wine and might be interested in that kind of high level educational fun experience, and it might be a fun thing for the two of you to do together. This also, the Four of Wands, is like community support as well. This is a wedding celebration, but we also have all these people here and they're all having a good time at this wedding. So it can be like a festival. I mean, this is the time of year. We have festivals and fairs and events and wine tastings and all these things that are outside. And maybe there's a little like outside wine tasting event that you could say, hey, there's this thing coming up. Would you like to go? And ask, or see if they've heard of it. If you don't want to do the asking, you can just sort of drop a hint, like say, oh, have you heard about this event that's coming up? What do you think? Have you ever been to this event before? And so on. I think you could drop some hints there and maybe see if this manager takes the bait. But I know this has a potential to it. It's a lot of appreciation and connection, and potentially even a serious committed relationship, which is lovely. Love seeing that. It's very, very sweet. So good energy around this. I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you so much, Jean Paul, for your donation. Oh, and Ferial says, thank you, Madam Pamita and Yvonne, for all that you do. Yvonne, thanks for the advice. I will do that. See, Yvonne has good advice too. Yvonne, okay. So 7C Mystic, did you make a donation? Where did you make a donation and how much did you donate? We're doing $10 per card, so I don't know how much. You've got to tell me how much you donated so I know how many cards to do. So then, Love Witch, can you post the donation so I can see it once 7C Mystic posts it, and then come back to this question once you find out. All right. Sorry, I'm looking at all my stuff. Okay. Let's see. I see a post. I see a payment from Camille. Camille, is that? Oh, thank you, Camille.
You have to check your Venmo. It
Oh,
should be
that's
there.
it. That must be you. Okay, great. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so Love Witch, can you put the question? Okay, I've had several people encourage me to write a book. Thank you so much, Camille, by the way, 7C Mystic, for making that donation. I had several people encourage me to write a book based on my personal spiritual experience. What do I need to know in order to make this successful? And how do I get out of my own way? Okay, let's see. I'm thinking of doing like a writer's retreat for people that want to write spiritual books. I'm kind of into the idea. I think it would be a lot of fun. I've got a great location for it too. Magical secret spot in Northern California. Would you guys want to go to a writer's retreat for spiritual writers? I would love to do that. Love witches, do that. I'll be there. Right? We could write on our stuff and have fun. It would be so fun, right? All right. So let's see. All right, the book. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm cutting cards, shuffling cards. Oh. Oh, fascinating. Oh, Pleasant sent you. Oh my gosh, that's so wonderful. Yeah. Okay, look what we've got here. We've got Devil card and we've got the Fool card, two major arcana cards. What I'm getting here from this. So, Devil card, let's talk about the Devil card first. I mean, I really see this as like a very deep process for you. Like when we're seeing majors come up, this is deep work, right? Big work, big shifts. Devil card is a power struggles. When we see the devil card show up, man, among other things it can mean, but I always see it as a power struggle. And if we look at it overall, think about it. When we know what the devil card can mean, it can mean addiction. It can mean, somebody oppressing you. It can mean all these things, right? But it is about issues of power. And so if we think about like the devil and he's got these two people chained, he has power over them. And there's something within you that you are maybe having this hesitation or this like I can't get out of my way because you are fearful that that you won't have control, that someone else will have control. That can come from writing memoir. Capricorn here. Yeah, and it's a Capricorn card. But that when you're writing very personal stuff and putting it out there, all of a sudden it is like, people are going to judge me or people are going to have an opinion about me. And this is my vulnerable stuff that I'm putting out there. So that vulnerability can create this sense that people can control you. A publisher will control you. People that are readers will have judgments about you. And all of that can feel very scary. Can feel very scary. You need to do what these people need to do, which is to take that chain up over your head, take it off, and to detach from this fear of someone having power over you. What that could look like could be to say, I think one of the things that I think is what my best advice that I give to new writers is to get a Post-it note out and write on that Post-it note, my job is to write a crappy first draft. I actually say the worst word for crappy. I write that on my Post-it note whenever I'm starting a book, because you will have many opportunities to edit. You will have many opportunities to, perfect it, to polish it, to make it better, to take out what you don't want out there, to put in what you do want out there, and so on. But if we're sitting there in the beginning, frozen with fear because we think I have to make it perfect, and as we're writing, it's got to be gorgeous and beautiful and present me in the best light or tell the story in a way that people can connect to it or so on and so forth. We can freeze because no one ever writes a perfect first draft. No one. You have to go through the process of writing a terrible first draft before you can get to the good draft, before you can get to that polished version. Every single one of my books, the first draft was a freaking mess. Was a disaster. The first draft looks nothing like the final thing, but you have to get that first draft out before you can even polish and perfect it. Great example, Yvonne. Yvonne is a musician and a writer, a poet, and so on. Have you ever written a song? Maybe you have, but have you ever written a song that was perfect when it came out and recorded it perfectly the first time?
I think no, because the way of making yourself better in this stuff is endless. So even if I think that my current sound is okay, I know that I can make the next one much better. So I'm just searching for some uh, perfection, and I know I'm far from it.
Yeah. Yeah, we never get to perfection, but we also have to get to that place where we are like, it's good enough, right? I think that can perfection can be a killer too. It
Good
can really
enough, yeah. And
creativity.
this is a good word. Good enough, yeah. I have several songs that are good enough for me.
Yeah, yeah, and for us who are often our own worst critics, I think that can be that, like, 7C mystic, damn, you have nailed me already. That perfection energy can really be a creativity killer. That over perfectionist kind of energy can kill creativity because nothing we ever create is
I
perfect.
have to clarify by perfection, I mean, in my case, first of all, I mean the technical aspects. I mean the software, all these programs, how to make the sound better. I don't mean the lyrics, the poetry, the musical idea.
Yeah.
So if you have a good idea for your book, please do this. I'm sure you know all the English words. You have to know words. You have to know to describe this idea.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that this wonderful story that you have to tell, um, it's a story that is unique to you. It it is something that other people will connect to and will learn from and will be fascinated with. So your story, if other people are telling you your story is a story that needs to be told, you already know that you have an audience because people don't tell you that unless they have a real sense that this is something important and that other people will connect to and appreciate. So our opposite, like we start with the devil card, whoops, with the devil card. There we go. Start with the devil card. I'm opposite on my screen, so I'm all turned around. We start with the devil card, which is this fear, this feeling of oppression, or this feeling of control, or that we are out of control, that we don't have control. But then we get to this, which is the Fool card, which is about divine trust. Trust in that all is going to be well. The Fool is very open and very trusting. And so your work, that's why I saw it when I saw these, I'm like, this is deep work and deep transformation to take to get out of fear and into trust is big spiritual work. That is not like a skip in the park. It is something you have to work deeply on. But the way to get there is to almost like the Fool card, he's like, I don't care, right? Like, I don't care. I'm writing this book. I don't care what happens to it. I just need to get the story out there. I'm going to write a crappy first draft and I'm going to get that out there and then I'm going to perfect it and make it beautiful. Now, if your story is memoir, I'm just going to give you a practical thing. If your story is a memoir, you do have to write the whole book, a good version of the book before you start pitching it and bringing it out into the world because it needs to have it needs to people need to be able to read it and see it and know where the story's going. If you're writing a nonfiction book, you only have to write a book proposal. You don't have to write the whole book and then present it to a publisher. So it sort of depends on what genre you're doing or what genre this book is. It sounds like it's more memoir than it is oh, I worry about judgment from other professional readers and spiritual practitioners, right? This is what that is. But this is like I really think that it's not that because when we see the devil card, like those chains, you can take those chains off your head. You're not trapped. So you're not going to be judged. You're not going to be oppressed. People aren't going to look at it and go,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. I would love to ask Love Witch to share my YouTube channel. So please go and listen to the sound. They are absolutely amateur, absolutely, and I don't care. I don't care because these are my songs. I do this for myself first of all. And if somebody doesn't like them, it's his own problems.
Oh, there we go. Thank you so much, Love Witch. So it's like, and let me ask you something, Yvonne. Have you had other musicians come in here and say to you, "This isn't good. This is terrible. You should do a better job"? Have you had any negative?
The all the critics I get is I get it from my wife, who has a good musical ear. Our tastes are different, but she at least she can estimate and she can tell that here we have something wrong and you have to remake it. And sometimes I even follow her advices.
Yeah,
What about other people? I don't care.
yeah, and I think really, like, I mean, you're gonna. I am like a person who's like, I don't even read my reviews, good or bad. I don't read them because I don't want them to get in my head. Like if I do get somebody that's you know what my bad reviews are? I got a free NetGalley version of this book and it only gave us the first chapter. So I'm going to give it 3 stars. I'm like, that's not about the writing. That's about the fact that NetGalley only gave you the first chapter. Um, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. John Paul says, I had a dream that I was on a retreat that you gave on the same topic. Yeah, we have to do a writing retreat. I think that would be fun. Oh my gosh. This is so wonderful. I need to do retreats. This has been coming up for me like 5 times in the last 24 hours. Oh, Alihal, Slava Ukraini. Yes, Herom Slava. Um, so anyway, thank you, Cynthia, for your donation. So we'll get to you next, Cynthia. You'll be next. So 7 C's Mystic, 100% you need to do this. 100% you need to really do a big transformation where you're taking this oppressive energy and taking off that change and getting to complete freedom, complete trust. Because I just posted the best meme, one of my favorite memes. It's not even really a meme, it's just a photograph. I just had this conversation with my friend. If I can find this, I think I can find this picture and share it. I can find this picture and share it because I just posted this picture. I'm going to share this picture with you guys. You're going to laugh. Okay. This is my current Cancer season mood because I'm a Cancer. This is my current mood right here. Can you guys see that? Yes, I think you can. This is my current mood. This is Adam Rippon, the figure skater. When he was in the Olympics, they gave him the sign. I wouldn't be at the Olympics today without, my mom, God, whatever, my coach. He puts my haters. My haters. Is that is great because that's like taking hater energy, taking all that haterade and saying, whatever, I'm going to take that energy. You're going to motivate me. You're going to motivate me. And so I would say to you, 7C Mystic, if you do get haterade from somebody, let it motivate you. I'm going to show them, right? You can take and transform the energy. I'm not saying you're going to get that. Far from it. You're probably going to be very, appreciated and loved, and everyone's going to relate to your story and all of that. But if you got haters, transform it and let that fire motivate you. It's another way of dealing with that energy. Just saying. All right, let's look at, thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for your donation. All right, that was a fun, interesting one and a cool one and a deep one. I kind of love that. All right, $40 feeds 1 senior for 2 weeks. Thank you, guys. All right, Cynthia, I know had one. Can you bring up Cynthia's, please, Love Witch, so we can do that one? Thank you. Thank you, Cynthia. Any special message from the universe or my guides that I need to know? I missed you, Cynthia. We haven't seen each other in 2 weeks. Cynthia is also another regular that comes to this all the time. So I thank you so much. Okay. All right, so let's take a look. Okay. I love it. I love it. Okay, first card. We had our Fool card come back again. Even though I stick it in the middle, I shuffle and everything, here's our Fool card again. So Fool card is a wonderful, a powerful card. It's not a, I mean, it sometimes can mean about being foolish, for sure. It can mean that sometimes. But in general, that Fool card energy is about being in complete trust that the universe has your back. In complete trust, the universe has your back. Now, I know, Cynthia, you're working on big projects, and big projects that also feel like maybe they're out of your scope of your experience, right? You don't have experience. So I almost feel like, Cynthia, you're building the boat while you're sailing the boat as you're doing your project that you're working on. So when I see Fool card energy, it's like trust. It's all going to work out. Be in trust, be in alignment, have that faith that it's all going to work out, because this Fool, he's walking with his little dog. The little dog is going to alert him if there's any danger. He's fine. The sun is shining. He's open, and he's really looking up into the sky, which is to look at that divine energy, the upper world, the sky gods, and all of that stuff, to be in that trust and saying, I'm blessed, I'm fine, all is well, and everything will work out for me. That's Fool card energy, big time. So that's a reminder to you. Ace of Swords. Whenever we see the aces in tarot, aces in the four suits represent the pure essence of that suit. So the pure essence of the swords is the pure essence of air. Air is thoughts, ideas, communication, speaking, writing, having brilliant thoughts. It could be all of those things. So what I'm getting for you with this is that, and also aces represent something new. So what I get from this is you're going to have new ideas, new thoughts, new communication, and it's clear communication. That is this energy for sure. Clear communication. So as we are, as you're working on these projects, it's like communicate clearly. Everything is above board. Be, make sure that you're sending messages and that you're getting replies. I think it's going to be a wonderful project. There's another message of Ace of Swords, which is it's a victory card. We've got a crown on top of that. So your projects are crowned with victory. They're crowned with victory, success, energy about this. But I think it's about like being rational, being logical, and communicating. The reason I think that that's important is because we do have a little Five of Wands energy, and Five of Wands can be like confusion. It can be internal confusion, but I don't get it really as you are internally confused. I think you need to get everybody on the same page that you're working with. So as you're working on your projects, make sure that everybody knows what everybody else is doing. Sometimes this can be like working in a space where people are not communicating, are not, having they're not in unison. So oftentimes that can mean things like two people do the same job, and therefore like two people do the same part of the project, and you only needed one person doing it, but because nobody was communicating, nobody knew that the other person was doing it. Or likewise, everybody assumes that the other person is doing a job and nobody's doing it. So I feel like that energy could come into this situation if you're not actually being very, very clear and communicating and being organized. Almost like project management. This is like project management energy, these two cards together. It's this project that you're working on needs project management. Project management means having things spelled out. You have sheets where we see what everybody's doing, what comes first, what comes next, and so on. So you're getting an education in project management, which you may already be experienced in project management, but this is really helping to, really, when I see like to have success energy, to have that victory and success, you need to make sure everybody's doing the job. Nobody's doing other people's work and overlapping and doing the same job twice, or somebody assuming that somebody else is doing the job and nobody does the job. Ultimately, it leads to great satisfaction. We have 9 of Cups. This is also a card of gratitude and appreciation, and energizing all of this work and these things that you're working on and big projects that you're working on with gratitude. Show the people that you're working with gratitude. Be in a place of taking a moment to be in appreciation, to be in gratitude about what you are achieving and what you're accomplishing, and the wonderful people around you who are working together with you. This is going to be great success. There'll be so much to appreciate. But I also think bringing the gratitude energy at the front end will be infuse it with love, infuse it with good energy, and really see that good result that you're wanting to see. So I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Thank you. I love seeing that. And thank you so much for your donation. And thank you so much for being here. You guys are all awesome. We're all grateful for you being here. Ah, oh, 7C Mystic says, thank you so much for such a beautiful reading. That was so specifically on point. Yeah. And reach out to me, 7C Mystic, and we can talk about books too. Cynthia says, all makes sense, exciting yet overwhelming. Yep, it can be overwhelming. That's why you need to kind of be the one that's super clear and getting everybody organized, right? Spot on, gratitude and success be it. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. This is gratitude and success will make everything good. Yeah.
I wonder if Cynthia Raymond is Cynthia R.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Cynthia, I don't know if you're my friend on Facebook. If you're not, you can friend me so that I can tag you in my gratitude post today. I always try to do this. Yeah.
So all of you guys and Love Witch, can you put Yvonne's Facebook link? I think you can do that up on the board. So everybody who donates and anyone who doesn't donate, you should be following Yvonne because you can see the seniors that we're helping. Are you ready to feature one of the seniors? Are you ready to talk about the senior of the week?
Yeah, of course. I'm ready. We visited him yesterday.
Yeah. He's so cute. I love his statement. It really, I kind of think these statements that they're saying really speak to me in the moment of like, I've been looking at what his statement was and I'm like, I need to listen to that one. All right, let me get the picture up of him. All right. Here he is. All right, here's our guy of the week, our Ukrainian senior of the week. So tell us about
Yeah. His name is Boris Semenovich. Semenovich is this is his second name.
him.
He's one of the oldest grandpas in our list because he's 97 years old.
97?
97, yeah. He's 97, and if
Enough.
we were talking about with you about 6 months ago, I could show his wife also. He died recently. He was 94,
The
and
wife.
now he's on his own. He is 97, but he's still good enough for these years. He walks, he talks, but he barely hears. But anyway, he can take care of himself in some limits, of course. But anyway, and he gave us a good advice. That I make a compilation of advices from our seniors because this is the wisdom they can share with us. This is very useful to my mind because sometimes our grannies give us an excellent advices. And he told something like, I had a chance to work up to my 80 years old only because I knew how to relax. There is no use in force and in riding yourself like a horse because when you burn out you won't be needed to anyone, and you have to find a balance between the work and a good rest. a good leisure, uh, because it means that you won't finish everything right now, right away, but on a long distance it will make a huge difference. And this is very good advice, especially for me, because uh, I can I can be so, selfless in work that I can forget about everything else, and sometimes it makes me crazy because I know that there are a lot of other things in the world. Uh, yeah, I will try to remind these advices as often as I can.
Yeah,
Uh,
and oh, by the way, Lovewitch just put up your, PayPal, what your email is, and if you would like to send a donation directly to Yvonne, and you are, you just wanna send an extra donation, you can always send it directly to Yvonne through PayPal to Yvonne Subotin, 1983.
and friend me on Facebook.
And friend you on Facebook so he can thank you publicly on Facebook. Um, I have to tell you this advice that he's giving is like we have a saying in English, pace yourself, right? Pace yourself means don't go running your marathon like you're running a sprint, you know?
Mhm.
Don't run as hard and fast as you can if you're running a marathon. You just want to take it mid pace because that way you can last longer, right? So he's living his life like he's running a marathon, and look, he's making it to 97 and beyond. So this is like great advice. Seven C Mystic says, oh my gosh, Boris, what a delightful gentleman. I can't believe he's 97 either. I thought looking at him, he looks 20 years younger. Oh, Seven Seas Mystic just sent a little extra donation but just to say thank you. You are so kind. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Ah, that's another. Oh, wonderful. So I'll put that down. Thank you so much, you guys. Um, you guys are so wonderful. I want to thank you for your donation. What we're doing here, if you're just coming in, jumping in now, this is called Tarot for Kindness. We meet here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. And I do tarot readings for $10 per card donation. 100% of the donation goes to feed seniors in Ukraine. Super grassroots. I'm so into grassroots organizing, right? We have these big organizations, Red Cross, this one, that one, UNICEF, and all this, but they have administrative fees and they have people and advertising, and they do this and that and the other. And so a portion of your money goes to help people, but some of that money goes to advertising and other things. Yvonne is him and a few other people that he's organized. They feed almost 200 seniors every month. They bring 2 weeks worth of groceries, sometimes medicine and other things that these seniors need, because these are people who are so vulnerable. Not only are they in the war areas, and then you have some seniors that you're helping in Zaporizhia, which is really being completely, attacked all the time. And we also have seniors in Kyiv, which is also being attacked. And these people can't go out and get a job. They can't leave their place because if they leave, they're so vulnerable. They're seniors. They're in their 80s and 90s, some of them, and they can't just get up and go to Poland and get a job there, right? It's not possible for them.
Actually, most of them don't aren't able to walk at all.
Yeah. So what are they going to do? So they have tiny pensions that they're trying to survive on, but sometimes it comes down to very difficult decisions of, do I buy food or do I get medicine? We've had situations a few times with you where these seniors, not knowing that you're a person who does this, they come to you begging, a stranger, you or Yulia, your wife, they come to you saying, will you please buy me some bread? They're that desperate that they're begging for bread. And you are able to bless them with not only bread, but 2 weeks worth of groceries that they can supplement their other pension with. So this is like such a beautiful blessing for these very, very vulnerable seniors. And you guys that are making the donations are making a difference. You are the person that is, yes, we all do it together, but Yvonne's buying the groceries, delivering, but he couldn't buy the groceries if it wasn't for you guys making the donation. So I want to really commend you for the difference that you are making in somebody all the way across the world in Ukraine who is suffering so much, and you're making a difference, giving them a blessing in their life. What a beautiful, beautiful thing that you do. Oh, super chat. Oh, John Paul, thank you so much. So John Paul, thank you. So John Paul says, lately I have been continuously seeing repeating numbers, 505, 555, 808, 909, 1212, 1111, 707, 303, 333. This has really been prevalent in the past month until now. Are my guides communicating with me? Yes, I have an article about this, you guys, and I'm gonna do. It's right, it's 9:09 as you type this message. So I have an article up on my site at Parlor of Wonders. Maybe you can find it and link to it, Love Witch. It's about what is it? The title of the article is, "What does it mean when I see 1111?" Because oftentimes people look at 1111 because it's really dramatic. There's all those ones there. But what these statements are saying, I'm going to do a reading for you, but I want to give a little rundown of what is happening. Is this is one of the ways that our guides can communicate with us. So there's a couple of ways that you can look at this messaging from your guides. Number one, you can look at the message like when you see those repeating numbers, stop for a moment and say, what was I thinking about, or what was I working on, or what was on my mind right before I saw that number? Were you thinking about relationship? Were you thinking about money? Were you thinking about career? Were you thinking about friendship, family, health? What were you thinking about? Because whatever you were thinking about, it's your guides telling you, we got you. We're going to help you on this one. So it's their way of saying that. So whatever you were thinking about, John Paul, as you were before you see those numbers, that can be one way that they're sending you that message. But if you also want to get into numerology, oh my gosh, numerology is such a fascinating topic. You can also look at those numbers because the numbers themselves have meaning. So for example, 909 is about achievement. It's about achievement, but it's also about like wrapping something up and completion. It has a sense of completion. So there's some cycle. If you are looking, there's the article. Thank you so much, Love Witch. If there's if there's a something in your life that you're finding a sense of closure and completion and beginning a new chapter, this is fantastic, right? Or if you're looking at 808, 8 is about attainment and success. So there's a message of success for you in there. So you can either look at those numbers in numerologies in a numerology sense. And in that article, I break down the numbers for you and what those different numbers mean, 1 through 9. Or you can look at it as like, what if you don't have that knowledge at the drop of a hat, or you don't connect to numerology, aren't interested in numerology, you can always say, well, what was I thinking about when I saw that number? What was I focusing on? What was I working on? What's on my mind when I'm doing that? And that's another way of looking at it. But let's take a look with the cards and see what these repeating numbers have to tell you. Now, if the Temperance card comes up, remember, tarot deck has 78 cards. If your Temperance card comes up in this one, we're going to have a big message for you. Or 10 of Pentacles. Why do I say that? Well, Temperance card, I see that angel is like your angels, your spirit guides, and so on. And the 10 of Pentacles I see is your ancestors. Like that's your ancestor card. All right. Oh, I want to mention to you guys, well, I'll mention to you, Magical Mystery Marketplace, Sundays. You got to join me on Sundays here. Wherever you're seeing this, if you're seeing this on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, wherever you're seeing this, on Sundays, we do the Magical Mystery Marketplace at 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's like witchy QVC. We do this whole thing, but instead of donations, we've got cool products. We focus on a topic. And next Sunday, the topic is going to be mermaid magic. So, got to come here for that. Come on Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, and join us for that. It's a fun thing. We give discounts, coupons, giveaways. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Miss Kelly is going to be joining me. Oh, this is interesting. Interesting. Okay. Miss Kelly's going to be joining me this Sunday. We're going to be talking about mermaids. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Here's your 2 cards, John Paul. The Emperor card. The Emperor card is about an older gentleman, wise, successful, has longevity. When we see Emperor card, it's about longevity too. There's a message for you about someone older. There's a message for you about longevity. There's a message for you about success and all of this. This is what your spirit guides are trying to talk to you about. I think you know what that is. 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is about working together with another person or people on a project that brings in money, could bring in money, but builds a really wonderful team. So this is team work. So like working on a project with someone who is older, someone who is wise, successful. So there's some project that you can work on. Perhaps the project will introduce you to a person who's older and wiser. Somebody who is fatherly in their energy. That's another message of the Emperor card, is father energy. So I see there's something for you. I think you know what I'm talking about with all of this, but this is lovely energy and working on a new project with wonderful people in great harmony. That's what this is about too. Working on projects together could be very good. I mean, we often see this as like a wonderful work environment, but it could be working on projects outside of work, building something that is, it could bring money or could build something beautiful. It could be building something beautiful, creating something beautiful with other people, a part of a team that's very harmonious. So I really like this energy for you. It's really good. Really good. So that is a message for you, John Paul. Thank you so much for your second donation. This is wonderful. 7 Seas Mystic says, Witchy QVC, mermaid, you got me, lady. Yeah. So join me here on Sunday. We do it for about an hour and it's, yeah. And you can, let me talk about, leave that note up there for a second, Love Witch, and I'll talk about that too. But with that Witchy QVC happens, we give a discount, we give giveaways, we talk about different kinds of magic. We always pick a theme. Last week's theme was herb magic. If you want to see like the replay of it, you can find it up on YouTube and you can see that replay. The discount is over. I think it ended. Yeah, it ended yesterday, but you can still see the products and see all that. Coven members, however, if you see the thing below, go to coven.vip. The Coven is my special Patreon. So Patreon members, my Coven, get special discounts. So if one of the perks of the Coven is you get an additional discount at the Witchy QVC called the Magical Mystery Marketplace. The Magical Mystery Marketplace is the Witchy QVC. You get additional discount. Your discount lasts for the whole week. So if you are a Coven member, you still get a discount, and your discount code is at coven.vip. And you can go to that video, watch it afterwards. You can watch the replay and you can use those QR codes and then use your coupon code and get an additional discount. Coven members also get entered into a drawing. Everybody gets entered into the drawing, but Coven members get an extra entry into the giveaway that we do every week at our Witchy QVC. So we give a giveaway to anybody that purchases during the live. It's a lot of fun. We have a good time. And Miss Kelly from the Parlor of Wonders, who's our resident astrologer, is going to be my co-host for it. We are going to ask you guys about your experience with mermaids or your mermaid magic or what you associate mermaids with, what you would use these products for. So we've got really cool products that all have to do with mermaids. And we got a great giveaway this week. It is a super great giveaway. So I hope you are going to join me for that on Sunday. All right. Oh, by the way, the Coven has great perks, all kinds of perks, not just discounts at the Witchy QVC Magical Mystery Marketplace. I wonder if I should just change it to Witchy QVC, although QVC probably could sue me for that. But anyway, so if you we have all kinds of perks. We have things like tarot card pulls, monthly tarot card pulls. We have a special Coven only Q&A where we talk about our magic. We have a special monthly spell service that I include you in a group spell service. It's like so many cool things, so many great perks, lots of good things. And we're adding things all the time. Buchanan is really my right hand on the Love Witch, Buchanan. Is my right hand on the Patreon on the Coven. And we're always like, oh, we should do this. Oh, we should add this. Let's make this a perk. So we've just added a new perk to the basic witch level, but we're adding perks to these other levels as well. We just added some great ones. So you got to check those out. And we're adding new ones all the time. So I'd love for you to be a part of my inner circle. This is my inner circle, the Coven. It's where you can spend time with me. We get more, more interaction. We get to do more magic together. You get more of my, help with your magical practice. And we just get to hang out and have fun. So this is a lovely thing. And I hope you guys will consider joining my Coven, being a part of my inner circle, and just go to coven.vip, check it out, and join at whatever level is comfortable for you and whatever has the perks that you want. We've got everything from basic witch to VIP witch. Which witch are you? We'll go to coven.vip and find out which witch you are. All right, so we're doing here live streaming, tarot readings, fundraising for Ukraine. Oh, that's John Paul ordered my Success Tea and Herbs, Oils, and Incense, the 30s book reprint from the marketplace last Sunday. And you got your discount. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Fario says, thank you, Madam Pamita, Yvonne, and Lovewitch for all that you do. It's a pleasure to be here every week. The reading and your advice, Yvonne, was very moving today. Oh, thank you so much, Fario. Thank you. Cynthia says, you presented the Witchy QVC very well last Sunday. Felt so much like being on a real QVC. Great job. Well, we got, it was our first one. We had a couple glitches. The coupon code, we had to fix it a little bit. But Cynthia, thank you so much for that feedback. It's going to be even better next week because we realized like how to make it a little smoother. And another thing I realized afterwards, I'm like, what does QVC have that we didn't have? Well, if you've ever watched QVC, people call in and then they have conversations. We didn't have any interaction with the audience very much. I was just doing my spiel. But next week, I said to Lovewitch, I go, let's have those comments, bring up those comments. And I'm going to be asking you guys questions and asking for your input and your feedback and your comments. And I'll be reading those comments. So there will be a little more interaction next week. So it'll even be better, Cynthia. We are going to have a lot of fun. So I hope you'll join me. It's a big fun party and we have a great time. So I hope you'll join me for that. All right, so let's see if we have any more donations. If we have any more donations, we'll do another reading. If we don't, we'll end it and we'll see what our total is. So what we're doing here, I'll explain what we're doing here. We're doing Tarot for Kindness. This is me, Madam Pamita, and my friend Yvonne Subotin in Kyiv. I'm in Los Angeles, and we're working together to feed seniors in Ukraine. I do fundraising on my end. Yvonne buys the groceries and delivers and shares the stories of the seniors. I mean, he gets the food to the seniors. What I'm doing is I'm doing tarot readings. Readings are $10 per card. You can donate via Venmo or PayPal or Zelle. However you donate, just let us know what your question is in the comments. If you're on YouTube, you can leave a comment, or Twitter or Facebook, and then we can find that comment and we can find where you made the donation. Tell us what you donated, where you donated, and what your question is for the reading. $40 feeds one senior for 2 weeks. So this is a great way to think about it. If you want to make a $40 donation, you are helping change the life of a senior in Ukraine who's suffering in this war and suffering, maybe having to make horrible decisions about the limited funds that they have. And this way they have good, nutritious food. They're able to sustain themselves in a time when they're so vulnerable in so many ways. So you're doing really good thing. This is good karma. It's really good karma. So, oh, thank you. John Paul says, I hope, Aunt Pam, I hope your birthday was magical. It was a really magical week. Can I tell a little bit about my party that I had and everything? So last week I wasn't here because last week we were supposed to do this, but it was my birthday and I wanted to go out to dinner with my boyfriend so we could have a little celebration. So I did that. So we took last week off so I could have that dinner. It was so lovely. We just went to a little local place. We were going to go to this, I don't remember. We went to a little local place after work. I went to work that day. So we just went to our little favorite place after work, casual place, nothing fancy. Oh, I know what we did. We went to a barbecue place that I've been wanting to try. So we had barbecue, which was lovely, super American food, style food. And then on Saturday, I had a backyard barbecue and I had some good friends over. We had music. My son made a really wonderful smoked pork that he worked on all night long. He worked on it in his smoker all night long for me. It was so sweet. And we had watermelon, we had corn, we had cupcakes. We had lots of fun, good times with loving friends. It was really wonderful. So I had a wonderful week, a very busy week because it's 4th of July and my birthday is the 5th of July. So it was quite a busy week. So thank you so much for your good wishes. It was fun. Wish you could have all been there. But, we'll do it. We'll do it sometime. I'll have a big coven birthday party. By the way, if you aren't on my spell squad, you missed out on my birthday because I sent a really good email with a good discount coupon. Oh my gosh. I gave you presents on my birthday, which was a super great coupon code that was for my birthday. And I think it was, a flash sale coupon. But if you would like to get these coupons and discounts and information about magic and special new releases, you can get that by joining the Spell Squad. Just go to spellsquad.com, sign up. You will get things right off the bat. Number one, you're going to get a free 33-page ebook called 7 Secrets to Supercharge Your Spell Work, which is a wonderful book to give you an introduction on how to use different magical tools. There it is, the free illustrated ebook. Thank you, Love Witch. That will be a wonderful tool for you. And it's absolutely free when you sign up. It's a beautiful illustrated book. It's absolutely gorgeous book. It really is beautiful. And then next, you also get all kinds of coupons, discounts, all kinds of things. We give you coupon codes and you get access to the live magic Q&A that I hold on Sunday, which is a free Q&A podcast recording and Q&A. It's a fun event. So if you haven't signed up for it, please sign up for it because it's my way of giving you all these extra benefits with no strings attached. All you have to do is get an email and have an email come into your email inbox. But there's great coupons and announcements about new products and all kinds of fun things in those emails. They're really quite beautiful emails. I have a Ukrainian team that does my email marketing and they do an amazing job. So you'll see these beautiful emails with lovely pictures and coupons and all kinds of things. So please sign up because you'll be glad that you did. You'll get discounts and great things. All right. Do we have any more readings before we go? All right. Let's look at our total.
Someone scanned QR code.
I think they scanned the QR code for the free sign up for the spell squad. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got 105, 145.
It's 215.
No, it's not. Because you don't know the secret money that came in.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say?
215.
It's 218.
218.
Because 17 Mystic gave a $3 tip
Hmm.
in addition on her first reading. So it's 218.
Okay.
You guys, we are feeding 5 and almost a half seniors. 5 and almost a half. This is great. This is wonderful. I want to thank you guys so much for showing up for this. We always have a fun time. We always have a good time. I love like getting the little stories of the seniors. Yvonne, you are so amazing to get up at 5 a.m. before 5 a.m. because you got to get dressed and everything on these days. I hope you get a little nap in today. Maybe you can have a little rest now. For the
Yeah, I definitely have to take a nap, at least an hour and a half, at
yeah,
least,
yeah.
maybe 2 hours.
Thank you.
Please visit my Facebook page to see the results of today's work
Yeah, you'll see the
later.
seniors that you fed today because this money, I send it to him right away, and then he goes and buys the groceries with it. So he's going to be able to feed 5 seniors from your donations today. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are such compassionate, loving, wonderful people. I'm so thankful to do this, to be able to participate and do this, but we couldn't do it without you and your donations. Please join me on Sundays for the live magic Q&A at 5 p.m. Pacific and 6 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Go to spellsquad.com and sign up. You'll get the link to join me there. That's a free, fun thing that you can meet with me. We talk about, your questions about magic. We answer those. And then afterwards, we do the Magical Mystery Marketplace, which is super fun. And mermaid magic is going to be our theme this week. It's going to be super fun. So please sign up at spellsquad.com. You'll get the link to that, and then join me at the Q&A and join me at the Magical Mystery Marketplace afterwards. I'd love to see you. Oh my gosh, Seven Seas Mystic, thank you both so much. It feels wonderful to be part of such a worthy cause and feel like I'm contributing in some small way. Thank you so much for your donations. Oh my gosh, and your tips and your donations and all of that good stuff. I want to thank you guys so much for your donations. We're feeding 5 seniors today because of you. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Same time, same thing we're going to do on all of these streamings. And hopefully you'll see you Sunday as well. Join the Coven. Check out the Coven. If you haven't yet, coven.vip. Go check it out. I'd love to have you in my inner circle because we could do more fun, magical things together. Yes, we need to do more fun, magical things together. And we need to make a writer's retreat. Let's make it happen. I'm going to do that. When I say I'm going to do it, I do it. I'm really going to do it. Okay, Love Witch, we're going to plan this together. We're going to make it happen. All right. All right. Thank you, Yvonne. Get some rest. Thank you, everybody. Yvonne, I'll send you the money right now. Everybody have a great week, everyone. We'll see you around. Hopefully I'll see you. And don't forget that the Astro Dice, the full moon spell kit is on sale right now. Go to fullmoonspell.com and see the Astro Dice. They're super cool. It's really cool. What are Astro Dice? We'll go to fullmoonspell.com and find out what Astro Dice are, and you'll learn all about it. All right, you guys. See you next week. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Love Witch. Thank you, you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you for being here. Get some sleep. All right.
Yeah. Have a great day, everyone.
Okay.
Good
Bye.
night to United States. Good morning to Europe.
Good night, everyone. Good morning. Bye-bye.